Welcome to the City of Springfield License Commission meeting. Today is February 26, 2025, and I'd like to open the meeting at 5:35 p.m. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for the Springfield Board of License Commissioners hearing held on Wednesday, February 12, 2025. Did all commissioners have an opportunity to review
Yes.
the minutes?
Yes.
Yes. Any corrections?
No.
No. Okay. That being said, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes for the Springfield Board of License Commissioners hearing held on Wednesday, February 12, 2025. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Cade?
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez?
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes.
Okay, Madam Commissioner, if I could just stop you for 1 minute and interject.
Yes, ma'am. Of course.
Wanted to, as everyone knows, Attorney Bonavita, his last meeting was at our February 12th meeting. And currently we have a new licensing commission attorney, and it's Robert Schmidt. So he will be present with us going forward. So Bob, if you just want to say a few words.
Hello, everyone. My name's Bob Schmidt, and I'm starting in this role. And some of you I know, some of you I don't, but nice to see you tonight.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome, Bob.
Thank-
Okay. Is that it, Attorney Days?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we move on to new petitions. We have a petition for an alcoholic beverages license for Danny and Billy LLC DBA Stonewall Tavern located at 1716 Main Street. William Harvey, manager of record. Is there someone here for Stonewall?
I believe Attorney John Lible is present for Stonewall, but it looked like he might be frozen. He was here a minute ago, though.
Okay. Should we continue to the second item and then come back to this one?
Yes, and meanwhile, I'll try to reach out to him.
Perfect. So the second item on the agenda is a new petition for a new car dealer Class 2 used and Class 3 junkyard license for Nazario J&G Auto Repair LLC, DBA Nazario J&G Auto Repair LLC, located at 295 Allen Street. Jose Nazario, manager of record. Jose? Okay, who's
Yes.
here for?
Hi, good afternoon. Alexandra Hogan and Kevin Engel on behalf of Nazario J&G Auto Repair, and Mr. Nazario is also present.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, do you happen to have the special permit for this petition?
So we attached to our application, the application for special permit, which was actually just, the hearing was actually just held 2 nights ago, and which was approved. There was no objections. All of the conditions were recommended conditions were approved, and an additional condition will also be included with the special permit. However, there is an appeal process, so that's 20 days from the date of the hearing, which again was 2 nights ago. So we don't actually have the special permit. However, we were hopeful that we could conduct this hearing and potentially get an approval of the license subject to the actual issuance of the special permit in 20 days after the appeals process has elapsed.
Rosa, if I may, we were able to confirm that the special permit was obtained. So we can take a vote on this tonight. It just needs to be subject to us receiving a copy of the special permit And it has to be, they have to comply with the current conditions of the current special permit while the appeal process is pending.
Of
Okay.
course, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that information. Commissioners, any questions?
Is it possible to know the reason of the appeal?
Well, there's no appeal, it's just an appeal period. So the special permit won't actually be written up and issued until the 20 days has elapsed. There is no objection to the actual special permit at the hearing.
All right, understood.
Yeah.
Questions? No. Any public input, anybody from the community? No. Okay, then I think it would be safe to say that I make a motion to approve the class 2 new dealer used car and class 3 junkyard license with the understanding that you abide by the conditions at hand until the appeal is approved or passed. Is there a second?
Second,
Okay. Commissioner Cade?
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez?
yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
You as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we go back to the first petition for all alcoholic beverages license for Danny and Billy LLC, DBA Stonewall Tavern located at 1716 Main Street, William Harvey, manager of record. Who is here for Stonewall?
Good evening. I'm assuming you guys can hear me now?
Yes,
Very good.
we can hear
attorney-
you and we can see you.
Well, the seeing part is, I apologize for that. Attorney John Leibel, and I represent the petitioners, and the principals of which are Dan Deneen and Bill Harvey. As the petition sets out, and by the way, they're directly behind me. Dan's the one with the cap and Billy's the one without. The petition, I think, fairly clearly sets out both of these gentlemen's extensive experience in this area. I would note that every establishment, to my knowledge, that they have run previously and run now have not had violations. They are endeavoring to open up a small, I did not know this, but a reporter told me last night that we were the smallest establishment in Springfield. So I guess I could fit in. I'm not very tall, so I guess I could. But they're going to put a rather substantial investment, which is involving a number of areas. It needs a significant amount of rehab. The process to get here, and the most arduous part was actually to secure a lease with Amtrak. The prior lessee was the New England Farm Workers, who had actually reached out to my principals asking if they wanted to try to make a go of it. The place has been closed for some time. So negotiating a lease was rather difficult, but it was what it was. And then that's been secured. The commission has it. In the process, as is the election, if you will, of the commission, we met with the neighborhood council. I think it was a good meeting. The one condition that they wanted to have placed, which we were not going to agree to, but we understood that they had that position. was not to have a 2 o'clock closing. We then went, as you know, to the planning board and presented that, or made a presentation in front of them. They did not have an objection to the 2 o'clock closing, particularly because of the location and the proximity to residential housing. The comment I made to the Citizens Council and to the planning board on behalf of my clients who are right here and can attest to it, was that the concerns that the city council had was, well, you're going to open up something brand new, and how do I know that you know what you're doing? And I guess the response to that was that these folks have spent an awful lot of their adult life and professional life in this endeavor. And if they've gotten this far, my thought would be, well, they've kind of earned a shot at running an operation like this. The designated manager of record is going to be Bill Harvey, who presently has an interest at the Yale House just up the street. I can get into if you want, I can have Dan Deneen give you some particulars about the rehab, or anything else, quite frankly, that you'd have for questions.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your presentation. So it's not open yet. So you finally were able to work out a lease agreement with Amtrak?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, to be blunt, everything was signed, sealed, and delivered. And because Amtrak is Amtrak, I got an email in September or October saying that some other level of Amtrak had to review this piece of real estate in some metrics that they use. And so we didn't get back a new lease until I think January. So it's been a really long process with those folks. But it is what it is, and we are where we are, and we believe at the end of the day we'll be not only a good tenant, but also a good establishment for Springfield.
Okay. So you are not open because you're remodeling, you're taking care of the cosmetics.
Right, and well, they're not going to be just cosmetic, to be blunt. I mean, obviously the lease has been executed. You folks have a copy of it. It would not be prudent to put the kind of dough they're talking about into it until the license has been approved. And the Amtrak at least did recognize that. So once our licenses are approved, we're clearly not going to open until these renovations take place. Between Bill and Dan, who have done this a number of times before, they've got contractors lined up. They have ideas exactly what they want to do. New flooring, new lighting, new windows, new dooring, repairs to the roof. I mean, an awful lot of stuff. It's almost a complete gut. So they're kind of chomping at the bit, but it's like a horse race. You can't start until you get to the finish line.
All right. Okay, thank you. Mr. Harvey, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience as a manager of record?
Well, I own a piece, I own a percentage of the Irish Ale House.
I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time hearing
You got to
you.
get a little closer to it. Speak up.
I've been up at the Irish Ale House for about 5 years, and I've been, hands-on with Danny up there running that place. And I also own a piece of a place in Chicopee also called O'Connell's.
Okay.
which,
Has that
would
been
be
at a
fine.
manager of record level?
no, I haven't been manager of record. No, I have not.
Okay, you have not. So you don't have any experience being the manager of record? Okay,
Hi, I'm Anthony. How are you? I think he misunderstood you. He is managing with me at both, well, between both places. She meant him to manage, not on, he thought you meant on record.
Oh,
You're gonna be on record at this place, but yeah, he has been at the management level of working at these other two establishments.
yes.
okay, so sort of an
Am I
assistant
right?
manager to the manager
Yeah,
of record. Okay,
Me and him been running these two places together, off and on.
okay, perfect. So,
I do have my,
I'm sorry?
no, you're all set, Joe.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay. And, where do you live, Mr. Harvey?
I live in West Springfield,
West Springfield?
19600.
Okay. Mr. Harvey, so you, if I heard correctly, you're looking to be open until 2 AM, right? What time would
correct.
you open? What would the hours of operation be?
11:30 to 2.
11:30 AM to 2?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many of those hours do you think you'll be there daily? Or weekly?
I'll be there at least 40 hours.
At least 40 hours? What would those hours look like?
Well, I'd open up in the morning, stay in the morning, and then I'd come back and stay, later on in the day and into the evening. I'd be there every day.
So you'd be there to open, probably set everything up, leave someone there, go do what you have to do, and then come back in the evening to be there for closing.
I'd be there like at shift time. We change shifts like at 7 o'clock.
Okay,
So we'll have a bartender come in at 11:30 to 7, and then another one come in from 7 to 2. So I'll come in around 5 or 6 o'clock and see the shift change, and then I'd stay there for the evening.
okay. Um, okay, so how many bartenders are you gonna have?
We're gonna have one for the day and one for night.
One
Two-
day and
two
one
bartenders.
night? Okay, so 2 bartenders. And have you hired those bartenders yet?
We have them ready to go.
Okay, so they're tip certified.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, you have their tip certification, and you know that those tip certifications, they do expire every 2 years, so you have to make sure that they're recertified. And the certifications, the certificates have to be at the bar, readily available, just in case Barry or someone comes in and asks for those certificates, you have them readily available. Right? Okay. You do understand, do you accept the responsibility to be manager of record? I know that you have experience being assistant manager, but you do realize that there's a difference in responsibility. Whereas right now, the manager of record at the other establishment is responsible for anything that happens while the establishment is open. In this case, you would have to agree to that responsibility and understand that if anything happens at the establishment, whether you are present or not, you will be responsible.
Yes, I understand.
You understand that and you accept that responsibility.
Of course.
Okay. Any other questions from the commissioners?
Regarding renovations, what do you guys think will be the ETA of completion of renovation?
I It's a good question, of course, bringing in, I have had people come in and look at the place already. It's just starting off with the roof and then working our way down, obviously, because the roof leaks along the rocks that go in the inside, so we have to secure that up. And, you know, I would think maybe 2 months, month and a half. I'm hoping by some, I mean, like you said, it's not that big, but it's completely gutted. There's new bathrooms, air conditioning, heating, electrical, plumbing, and then all the equipment and stuff, which I've been trying to gather the equipment now because I do it for a lot of my other places. So I'm just trying to get stuff established now so we can almost get it. I have a warehouse in Springfield. We can get it out of there and bring it right over and get this place going.
Okay, the reason of my question is because, I myself personally don't think we should be approving a license for renovations that's gonna take like a year so to complete. Um, we ran into that issue before, and I'm not looking to run into that issue again. So if you telling me your renovations could potentially be done 2 months, 3 months, okay, I think that's satisfactory. But if it's longer than that, I think you will have to come in front of us again and give us a update on your renovations and giving us a kind of a time lapse of when you will be opening.
Commissioner, I just want to, just a point of clarification. Am I muted? No. The renovations are going to start as soon as they have a license. Obviously, putting in the kind of money they're talking about is contingent upon having a license. Once that happens, obviously it's in their interest to, I mean, you can't go in there and operate a business right now. So they have every incentive in the world, but I understand what you're saying. So the clock that you're talking about would be a clock that starts ticking, at least in our mind, once we have final ABCC approval.
Right. It's like I said, it sounds good, but keep this commission abreast of what renovation is going. If it takes longer, if it's taking them, because I understand of supply issues and stuff like that. But it's in the best interest of you guys to keep us abreast of what's going on, so we don't have to ask you what's going on, why yet not open yet. Just for an example, like 6, 8 months from now.
Right. Like you said, we've already put in our, our insurance, we're gonna pay the lease and stuff, so it's our best interest to open it. I'd open up in a week if I could. It won't be no 6, 7 months, that's for sure.
I hope not, but it was.
Oh, it won't. Oh, I understand what you're saying. You don't want to be left in the dark. I promise you, we'll do what we have to do to get that.
All right, I'm good so far.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else?
Well, I'd just like to reemphasize that there's only one manager of record, and no opening in the morning all the way through until 2 a.m. That's a lot of hours, and there's no replacement. There's no substitute for manager of record. So, just want to make sure that that's clear.
Yeah. I mean, I am up right up the street, so we can alternate or whatever we have to do. If someone has to run home or something, I could be right down there within 15, 20 minutes, or not even 2 minutes, right around the corner. So.
Okay. Okay.
So between the two of us, we take on the burden of responsibility.
Okay. It's very important that, there is someone with authority there. You never know, you can have a problem at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, just like you can have a problem at midnight. So it's always good to have someone that can make decisions, someone that can answer to either the police or the ABCC or whoever, and just take control of the situation. Okay. Any other questions? No. Then, I'd like to make a motion to approve the petition for all alcohol beverage license for Danny and Billy LLC, DBA Stonewall Tavern located at 1716 Main Street. Mr. William Harvey, manager of record, and that is with, an opening, of 11:30 a.m. to 2 a.m.
Second,
Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Well, good luck, and just as Commissioner Ramirez mentioned, just, keep us in the loop at all times. You have to do is call the license office and say, this is where we're at this point, especially if you're going beyond those, 2 months that you think you need. If you see it's gonna be a little bit longer, just give us a call and let us know what's going on. Okay? Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
very much.
Good
You're
night,
welcome.
Liable.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night now.
Okay, next item on the agenda is the administrative review of incident reports. And we do have one, and that is for Nathan Bills. Nathan Bills. Okay, so this is a report in regards to the arrest of a male at Nathan Bills for disorderly conduct, assault and battery, and trespassing on February 9th, 2025 at about 12:09 a.m. Did the commissioners have an opportunity to review the report?
Yes.
Yes.
Any questions? Barry's here.
Yeah, no findings, actually.
No. Okay, would you like to make that motion, Attorney K? Attorney K, there we go again. I do it at least once a month.
Yeah, no, I make a motion that there's no violations for this incident.
So take no action?
No
Yeah,
action.
no.
Second,
Okay, second. Okay, Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Okay, that is all for today. I don't know if, Attorney Days or Attorney Schmitz have anything else for us today?
I do, so why don't we disconnect Attorney Liable? Can we take him off, remove him? Who's SPD 2?
That's George Anderson.
Oh, okay. Hi,
Um,
George.
Alicia, before you go on, I don't know if you know, but Barry did tell us last meeting that he is training someone.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay. Hello.
So, how you doing?
Okay, all right, so a couple of things, just a couple of housekeeping items. So as you guys received today, Peter Signature has resigned from the License Commission effective immediately. So did everyone get receipt of that?
I didn't get that.
I can get that.
Oh, okay, then maybe it was just to Rosa. So he resigned today, effective immediately,
Okay.
okay? So that's one thing, and then the other information I have for you, and I've got to double check this, I won't know until Monday of next week, but there were a lot of provisions put into place during COVID, right? i.e. our wonderful Zoom meetings, right?
Yes.
And they're set to expire February 28th. So the COVID permissions for public meetings to be on Zoom. So in the past, of course, Governor Healy has continued, she's continued it at least 3 times. However, as we know, the world is back open, and I'm not sure that she's going to continue it again. But again, I won't know until Monday, but as soon as I know, I will reach out to, to the group and let everybody know.
Okay.
Yes, we had to August, but okay.
Well, it's scheduled unless that happened in the last day or so, because they're set to expire February 28th.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
and that's all that I have.
okay. Anybody else has anything? No.
Attorney Smith, anything on your end?
No, I'm good. Too new to have anything.
All right. I just want to check in, it's nice to meet you and,
You too.
we have a good bunch and, we continue carry
Well,
on.
you made a good bunch, man. We get rid of people quick.
Well, I love it because the meeting has only been 35 minutes. Now, what we do know is that all meetings aren't this short, but it's a good welcome for Attorney Schmidt.
Yes,
In
Welcome.
short and cute ones.
in the waters.
Right.
Okay, if we don't have
Thank
anything
you,
else,
everybody.
again, welcome. And I make a motion to adjourn at 6:04.
Second,
Second, Commissioner Kate,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Well, have a good night, everyone.